The battlefield of Kurukshetra raged on, the air thick with dust, blood, and the cries of warriors locked in a battle of destiny. Amidst the chaos, Arjuna fought with the fury of a grieving father, cutting through the Kaurava ranks with relentless precision. The vow he had taken the night before burned in his mind. Jayadratha had to die before sunset, or he would walk into the flames himself. The vow had not been taken lightly. The day before, his son Abhimanyu, young and valiant, had been lured into the deadly Chakravyuha formation, a trap set by Dronakarya. Skilled in breaking into the formation but unaware of how to exit, Abhimanyu had fought like a lion, holding back the mightiest warriors of the Kaurava army. But outnumbered and betrayed by the rules of fair combat, he had been brutally slain. Karna had shattered his bow, Dushasana's son had struck him down with a mace, and Jayadratha, the Sindhu king, had ensured that none of the Pandavas could come to his rescue by blocking their path. That night Arjuna had returned to the camp to learn of his son's fate. Grief and rage consumed him. His hands trembled as he unstrung his bow, but his voice remained steady as he took an oath before all present. By the next sunset, he would kill Jayadratha, or he would enter the fire and end his own life. His words sent ripples of fear through the Kaurava camp, for they knew what an enraged Arjuna could do. The Kauravas, knowing the weight of Arjuna's oath, had fortified their defenses. Jayadratha was hidden deep within the formation, guarded by the greatest warriors of Duryodhana's army. Karna, Ashwathama, and Dronakarya stood like unshakable walls, ensuring that no arrow, no blade, no warrior could reach the Sindhu king. Every moment that passed brought Arjuna closer to the deadline, and despite his unmatched skill, the sheer number of enemies slowed his advance. As the sun began its descent, tension filled the battlefield. The Pandavas fought desperately to break through, but Jayadratha remained unreachable. In the Kaurava camp, Duryodhana's confidence grew. If they could hold their line for just a little longer, Arjuna's own vow would lead him to his end. Then an unnatural darkness spread across the sky. Warriors paused mid-battle, looking up as the sun vanished behind a sudden, eerie shadow. The battlefield fell into confusion. The Kauravas erupted in victorious shouts, believing the day was over. Jayadratha, relieved and triumphant, stepped out from his hiding place, gazing at the battlefield that he had survived. But the illusion was not the work of nature. It was the work of Lord Krishna. With a knowing glance, he turned to Arjuna, and in that instant, the darkness lifted. The sun still shone in the sky. Realization dawned too late on Jayadratha's face as Arjuna, seizing the moment, drew his bow. A celestial arrow infused with divine power streaked across the battlefield like a bolt of lightning. It found its mark, severing Jayadratha's head with a single strike. But Lord Krishna had foreseen the consequences of a father's curse. Long ago, Jayadratha's father had granted him a boon, that whoever caused his son's head to fall to the ground would perish instantly. And so, guided by unseen hands, Arjuna's arrow carried the severed head far away, dropping it into the lap of the meditating king. When the old man opened his eyes and saw what he held, shock overtook him. As he stood, the head tumbled to the ground, and the curse claimed his life. The battlefield roared with the sound of Pandava victory. Arjuna's vow had been fulfilled, his honor preserved, and the spirit of Abhimanyu avenged. But in the Kaurava camp, silence fell. The illusion, the trick, the flawless execution of fate, Lord Krishna had once again turned the tide of war. The fear in their eyes was no longer just for Arjuna, but for the divine force that stood beside him. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mythology Medley. Click the bell icon for more such amazing mythological content.